on, mic check, time to break it down. Real talk, real life, she about to air it out. Spotlight, insight, the truth she'll expose. Tune in, sit back, this tea hot, never cold. We here in the Foxy Angel zone. She keeps it real, this the you can't stop me zone. She loves to collaborate, but she can do this on her own. Now let's celebrate and welcome Foxy to the show. Lights on, mic check, time to break it down. Real talk, real life, she about to air it out. Spotlight, inside the truth.
Hello. Welcome to Foxy Angel Zone. I'm coming on just for a little while. I'm not going to be on here long. I'm not going to hold you up long. I just want to show a few videos of what's going on. It says how to be human. My problem is that I have a problem with what's going on in the world right now, especially in our United States of America. I know there's a lot of things going on, protests and everything. But the reason I said how to be human is because I'm wondering, where is humanity? What happened to humanity? There's so much division now that there's no more humanity. It's like everybody's in their own little corner and we attacking one another. Right now we got ICE out here just running amok all over our United States. Our president told Iran, if anybody do anything in a protest there, he was gonna come in blazing. But yet, right here in your own backyard, you have protesters out here, and you bringing more ICE agents and more police to monitor. And I understand you don't want it to get out of hand. I'm not saying go out here and protest and go buck wild, but we have the right to protest. We have the right, just like any other country, to protest. And I'm sitting back, and everybody's so upset about you know you know th- that you know okay, it's not happening with me, or it's this happening with me. And it's like everybody, it's just like everything is just going cray cray. It's like everybody just go losing their mind. You know, um, they had a young lady, I'm gonna say young lady, that was, unalived a couple of days ago by ICE agent. Come to find out, this ICE agent has already, been in trouble before. And a lot of them are going around here now just pulling guns on people, telling them, get out of my face. And people are standing away from, they're not even in their face, and they're running up on them. And it bothers me to see that these people are doing this to them. And I'm like, why is our government allowing them to do this with no problems with it? I have a problem with that, because it's like, why are you just letting them run around and just do all these things to these people and nothing is happening with it? And I have a problem because, I, I don't know even how to describe it. I don't even know how to describe it. It's got to a point that people are so upset. I want to show one video of a gentleman that he wasn't even bothering the ICE agents. He was getting off from work. He was just getting off from work. This is what bothers me. He was getting off from work. He was just getting off from work, and they tackled him just because, for whatever reason, they tackled him. And I have an issue with certain things when it comes to somebody tackling somebody. So I'm gonna take myself down and I'm gonna present this video of this gentleman. Ooh, this is just I want you to listen and see for yourself what you think about it. Just a moment, let me get it to come up. It's booting up right now. Okay, hold on just a second. I'm gonna play it in just a moment.
Snowbush here, and I never expected to be standing in front of all these cameras and microphones. But what happened to me cannot stay quiet. What happened to me was unjust, uncalled for. I was simply on my lunch break. I literally went downstairs from my building. I wasn't even outside for mere seconds before I seen a masked person running at me full speed. He tackled me, pushed me inside the restaurant, like as you can see in the video. I told him I'm a U.S. citizen. What is going on? He didn't seem to care. He dragged me outside through the snow while I was handcuffed, restrained, helpless, and he pushed me to the ground and he put me in a chokehold. And that was very uncalled for. I thought I got really hurt. And after that, they put me inside the vehicle. And they asked me, we have to verify if you're a U.S. citizen because I believe you're an illegal citizen because you ran from me. But as you can see in the videos that will be released, I'm simply just standing still. I asked them, okay, they said, let me take a picture of you to scan your face to see if you're a U.S. citizen. I declined because how will a picture prove I'm a U.S. citizen? I told him I have my passport. It's in my phone. Can I open and show you? He declined. I told him, can I give you my name and my date of birth? He declined. So he took me on the other side of Cedar, and they kept me there for 45 minutes, just asking, we have to scan your face. We have to scan your face. After about a whole hour, they said, okay, we can do your fingerprints on our phones. And the fingerprints were not working. So I guess they waited on 20 more minutes, and they said, we're going to take you into Bishop Henry, all the way in Bloomington. While they were driving me all the way there, they were they were wasting time. They kept going back in the same highway. I told them, "Are you guys lost?" So they said, "Yeah, this is our first time taking someone in." And I told, they had the maps out and everything, and they were trying to intimidate me. So after I arrived at the facility, they parked up. The gate was closed, and they made me step outside in the snow while it was snowing. And they said, "We have to scan your face, or we're not gonna let you inside the car." So I had no choice. I let them scan my face. I was so cold. I guess the face thing, I guess it didn't work. So they finally took me inside the facility. They kept me there for another 20, 30 minutes. I seen other people that were there in holding cells. And at that time, I asked for water. They declined my water. And I also asked for medical assistance because my hands were numb and my back was hurting because he pushed me down and he put his whole body weight. They told me we don't have any medical staff at the facility. So I said, "Can I get water at least?" They declined. And I guess finally some lady listened. I told her, "Yo, can you turn on my phone? I have my passport card." And she finally let me use my phone. I showed her, and she said, "Okay, we still have to do your fingerprints." I did my fingerprints, and they finally let me go. And I asked them earlier today, you told me you were going to take me back to Sweden where you picked me up at. Are you guys going to still offer me a ride? Because at that point, I didn't know if anyone knew where I was because they turned off my phone, they turned off my location. They don't, like, you don't know where you're at. So I asked them, "Can you take me back to where you picked me up from?" They said, "No, you have to walk in the snow." Like, they were being serious. I asked 3 times. They said, "No, you're walking." But eventually my parents came and picked me up. And yeah, all I did was step outside as a Somali American, and I just got chased by a masked person. The agent then, at one point, he didn't identify himself. He didn't say ICE, stop. Like, I felt like I was getting assaulted. I was getting kidnapped, and that's exactly what it was. And the way they were treating me, it was inhumane. They dragged me across the road. They slammed me to the ground, choked me. That was uncalled for. There's also more videos of someone came out. They had a copy of my passport. The agent, he has my passport copy, and he said, "We don't care. We're still taking you in." And they kept me for 2 hours. And if this is what's happening to a U.S. American citizen on camera, imagine what could happen to your loved ones when there's no one around to witness what they're doing. But thankfully, my incident was caught on cameras. It was posted all over social media. This shouldn't be happening to anyone. We shouldn't feel targeted just because we're Somalis. Yeah, man, that's not right. That's right. Good afternoon, everybody. My name is
This is what I'm having a problem with. Them doing this to two people, and it just bothers me. And let me show you another one. This is a person who this is just getting ridiculous. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. This is getting ridiculous. This is what's going on. Oh man, it just my heart is going. My heart is oof. It's just I don't know what to say anymore. This is another one. Where my sound at? I'm sorry, let me get the sound. Bear with me. I don't know why this sound is not playing. Okay. What's going on with this one is this is a traffic stop, and they're taking this lady out from a traffic stop. She was not a protester. She was on the highway. They stopped her for a traffic stop. I'm not understanding why my volume is not working on this video, but this is what happened with her. Now you see the highway. There's no protest. This is what they're doing. This is what they are doing. They're snatching people out of the cars. And I'm it could be me, it could be anybody that this is happening to. And I'm still trying to figure out what happened to, humanity. There is nobody caring anymore. Seems like to me that nobody's caring anymore about anybody. It's like, okay, we're going to do what we want to do. We're going to say what we want to say. We're going to act the way we want to act. And then when the vice president got up and said that they have, you know, basically reign of doing, they can do what immunity, they can do what they want to do. They can just go out here and unalive anybody, beat anybody up, tackle anybody, take them away, do whatever they want to do. And it's not right. Because they're federal doesn't mean that they're above the law. And this is getting out of hand that nobody is above the law. Nobody. And how come they are above the law when our police department, our state police department, our county police department, our city, town police department don't have that freedom, but they have the freedom to just go around here and do. Even the military has rules and regulations of how far they can go, and they can't just go out there in any country just shoot anybody. They can even do that in the United States. So what make them feel like this is what gets me? They are able to go around, and this is not what they're here for. ICE was not created after 9/11 to be this way. And they are weaponizing and they're letting anybody sign up for it to do what they want to do. And it's not right. It is not fair. And it bothers me because how many of them are out here just, doing what they want to do? This is the protest that happened down in I'm sorry. Something happened with my computer. It froze for a moment. I had technical difficulty. Please stand by. This is last night, and this is in Minnesota. Look at all these. You see all those police department, ICE, um, they got them out there in gear, and like I said, I don't see nothing wrong with to a certain degree for them to be out here to make sure that everything is a peaceful rally, nothing is damaged, nobody getting hurt, nobody attacking anybody. I'm not against that. My thing is, okay, you got the police department and you got everybody doing this, but what about the ICE agents? What are you going to do about the ICE agents? And right now, the administration is quiet. They are quiet, but I'm just going to show you a little bit of it and let you see, let you continue watching. From what I was informed, that this is the hotel. This is the hotel where ICE is staying while they are in town. Now, from what I heard, that they're getting ready to take the hotel is kicking them out because they're bringing this amount of crowd to their business and they can't make any money off of them, out of their hotel. And the restaurants in the area also. But this is just a clip of them in front of the hotel that was housing ICE. By the way, hi SBK. Thank you for popping in. Okay, I'm gonna let it continue on so you can hear more. That was just a sample of what's going on in Minnesota. Now I'm getting ready to share with you. By the way, thank you. I said what I said for joining. Now I'm getting ready to share a video of Columbus, Ohio. Bear with me one moment. The video is not trying to come up. Give me a moment. Let me try it again and see if it will come up for me. Okay. Now it's trying to come up for me. Now this was in Columbus, Ohio. They protested against they protesting against the ICE and about the wars. You know, they said no more wars, no more ICE. You know, they're telling them, and this is from. Sorry about that. My internet froze up on me. Would let me go through. Wouldn't let me do anything. And you are absolutely right. I said what I said. Pretty soon, I feel like everybody will be protesting. And I agree with you. It seems like right now, everybody is protesting. DC, I got one video, if I could get it to come up, where they have all the different cities that were protesting. Yes, we're back. Sorry about that. My computer froze and it just kicked me out. And so I had to come back in real quick. So I'm back. It just kicked me out. The live was still going, but it kicked me out. But I'm back. So sorry. So sorry. Um, yes, it seems like everybody's protesting. You know, the city is in the city is in a bad, you know, all the cities are upset because this is going on. And, you know, the administration is not doing anything to curb it. They're more inciting it instead of, in other words, they're escalating instead of de-escalating. You know, they use that a lot with the police department. De-escalate, de-escalate, de-escalate. But it seems like the ICE agents are escalating more than they're de-escalating, and it's bad because you know I'm not understanding what happened to humanity to a point that we're so have turned so evil among each other. You know, I'm just I'm baffled what I'm seeing with all this going on, and I don't know how, what we can do to make this change. How can we change this from happening so bad to a point that nobody else ends up unalived from this? Here's one, it's getting to a point that they're after anybody, anybody, it, anybody. And that bothers me because if you that bad to a point that this is one that they're talking about in Minnesota. At the This is one that they talking about in high school at Minnesota high school. This was going on in Minnesota high school.
I've never seen people behave like this. Senator Richard Blumenthal's Democrat from Connecticut. He's been investigating the use of force by ICE officers since last August, and he joins me now. It's good to have you here.
Thank you.
The Permanent Subcommittee on Investigations, which you're on, did an investigation. It released a report in December. Masked armed Border Patrol agents, led by the so-called head of CBP, a man named Craig Bavino, entered the grounds of Roosevelt High School in Minneapolis during dismissal time. They began tackling people, handcuffed 2 staff members, and fired pepper spray at bystanders, according to Minnesota Public Radio. Some of these bystanders captured real-time disturbing video.
Oh!
bro. That was in a. They literally just killed someone.
Don't antagonize them. They literally just killed someone. After
when it gets to a point that you're going on high school grounds, you're going on high school grounds from them protesting on a high school property, on a school property, and you going there and you throwing canisters and stuff in the crowd of children, even though they're in high school, they're still children. They don't have the right to protest. So y'all that mad that you got to come on the grounds and attack children, teachers, principals, whoever else was out there, parents? I mean, has it really got this bad that this administration is so inhumane that they don't care to a point that anybody can get it? These are children. Now, I have an issue with children. And I said what I said, I agree with you. He's a disruptor and he like for people to fear him, and that will be his cardinal mistake. Right. It's gonna be his cardinal mistake. You don't go out here and do fear monger and think that's gonna make people like you. That's not gonna make people like you. That's gonna make people hate you more or dislike you more. And I'm like, and like you said on this one, you said on Agent Orange loves this chaos. He does. He enjoy it. And he got his little flunkies helping him to do this. And this what bothers me. What happened to humanity? What happened to us thinking for ourselves to a point that we're not going to go out here and, do these things? I mean, you want $50,000 so bad and get as a bonus, because you only get $50,000 to sign up. Once you get the $50,000, you only make it $23,000 a year. So you doing all of this for what? And I have a problem with after 6 weeks you giving them a weapon to use. A weapon. You giving them a weapon to use. And they have not gone through the total training that other actual ICE agents have gone through. So after 6 weeks, you put them on the street to patrol the citizens of the United States. And this is the chaos that's creating. My biggest worry, let me not say worry, my biggest concern is that they're going to give him all the ammunition he wants to turn this country into martial law, where he can feel like he's the king of the United States. But if the people keep marching, hopefully, I agree with you. I said what I said. I have a problem with him spending our tax dollars for ICE to rain hell on United States citizens. This is what gets me is some of these ICE agents don't even have body cam. Some of them are using their phones to record. But you're giving them $50,000 to sign up, but you can't even put a body cam on them. And then you're trying to keep the city, the state, the counties from doing the investigations in regards to how you're treating the United States citizens inhumane. And you're sending the FBI in, who is led by somebody that's incompetent. You got someone over DHS that's incompetent. You got somebody over DOD that's incompetent. You got all these people that's in charge, and this is the chaos that is being created. And nobody can come up with a straight answer because nobody's on the same page. 1 minute, like the lady that was unalive there in Minnesota. Okay, one said that she was a domestic terrorist. Next one said that she was riding around with a convoy of terrorists, domestic terrorist group. Then another one say, well, she antagonized him. But everybody see the video. She said, I don't have no problem with you. I'm not mad at you. So she's already saying, I'm not trying to cause any problems. So where was the threat? My thing is, where was the threat? Everybody can you talk about the threat. What was so threatful of her saying, I don't have a problem with you, in so many words? She said, I'm not mad at you. The person that was antagonized you was the wife that was out of the vehicle. She's in the vehicle who did not antagonize you, and you decide to take her off this earth, unalive her body, unalive her. So basically, you can't say anything to these ICE agents, because if you say anything to defend yourself, now you're subject to a bullet. You know, this is the problem I have. You're letting these people go out here and just, we supposed to be about peace. This is what Agent Owens said that he was going to do. He was about peace. He was the president of peace. There was no wars. We're going to be the country of peace. And so far, we have had nothing since January the 20th but chaos. This country said, I'm not going to do this for you. Okay, bombing. I'm not going to do that for you. Okay, bombing. Now you're talking about bombing all these countries if they don't do what you wanted to do in the Western Hemisphere. Brother man from the fifth floor, you do know that you done made all of NATO no longer our allies. So if you go out here trying to attack everybody, you're going to be out here like a sore thumb by your little lonesome, because all the countries are coming together with themselves. I said what I said. Since when is it against the law to talk shit to a popo, ICE, or any other law enforcement? Exactly. They, I mean, I got another one. I got to find that one where the gentleman. Oh, this one was funny. This one is another one that the gentleman runs up on in the person's face. He just got a camera and he break his neck to run up there. If you say something to them or you film them, they feel like they can just run up in your face. And this one, let's see, can I find it? Hold, bear with me one moment, because it kind of got me. I'm like, whoa, okay. So you're just running up on, just running up in their face, and it bothered me, because this is where we have lowered ourselves to the point that we could just go and start attacking people or doing what we want to do to people. And it's to a point I don't know where we are anymore. I don't know, what's going on, to a point that we don't have, is it gonna get to a point that, there's no, there's no, you know, and this is in this is where, in my old hometown of Charlotte, North Carolina. Let me bring that one up, let you see what's going on in our Charlotte, North Carolina area. I don't know why we don't have no sound for this one, but they're marching in Charlotte. I don't know why they're not showing it. I don't know why my sound is, I can't find the sound for this one. It's just showing that people are marching around in Charlotte in different areas.
People united will never be defeated. The people united will never be defeated. The people united will never be defeated. The people. No peace. No justice. No peace. We want ice off our streets. The people
This is in New York.
united
The
will
Charlotte
never
video
be
will not
defeated.
give me volume, but this is in New York.
Will never be defeated. The people united will never be defeated.
My thing is they're trying to stop anywhere that is Democrat, that Democrat states, Democrat cities, Democrat. Okay, right now I have a problem with this political issue. Okay, the right wing, the left wing. What happened to just being humanity? Not everybody in the Republic is bad. Not everybody on the Democrat is bad. It's just you have certain ones that are in office that are condoling it. But everybody out here in the United States is not about politics. They're about survival. You know, how much money we gonna have left over this when we get paid on next Friday. This gonna go towards this bill and still have enough money to put gas in the car, food on the table, feed our kids, put them in daycare. Now you're talking about trying to cut back on the price of daycare. I mean, cut back on daycare where people got paid full price. You're trying to take away from programs for this, program for that. You're taking away different programs that is hurting us financially here in the United States. You talking about, Agent Orange talking about going over to Venezuela and getting oil and forcing them to give oil. You talking about going to Cuba and making them give up minerals. You're talking about Nigeria, they're going to give us minerals. And you're talking about Greenland, they're going to give us minerals and they're going to give us this. And you trying to take over. Okay. Always dumb. Always dumb. I want you to think about something. Do you not think about you opening the door for another country to come over here and snatch your butt? How would you like it if they came over here and snatched you up, took you over to their country, put you in their prison, and say stay there because you broke a law, an international law? And because they feel what's going on now in the United States, you're not doing what you need to do. So do you think NATO should come over here, snatch you up and take you back over there and keep you over there and let JD Vance and the rest of us go on? Are you thinking about that? I was always brought up what's done in the dark will come to light. Be careful what you do to others. It might end up turning around being done to you. So all you MAGAs out there that feel like, oh, he's doing a great job. Do you know that you're going to go down with him if a war do break out? Do you know that he is really not giving a patootie? First it was drugs, the reason why they went to Venezuela. Then it was Cuba, it was drugs. Then it was this Nigeria, it was, it's always an excuse. But then when you get down to the real nitty gritty, down to the root of everything, it's about oil, minerals, money. Oil, minerals, money. Money. Then you let the oil companies, Chevron, what's the other one? Shell, all the gas stations here, oil companies here in the United States know what you're going to do to Venezuela before Congress knew what was going on. And I thought it was 3-tier levels of democracy. So what happened to the point that you only got one democracy? The other two don't matter? When are you going to wake up, folks? A lot of y'all just FAFO. Y'all fucked around and found out. Now y'all out here protesting. We tried to fucking warn you This is going to happen. He don't give a rat's patootie about you. You all, yeah, he's doing a great job. But what have he fucking done for y'all? Look what's going on. You got protesters all over the United States. Constant protesters all over the United States. For what? ICE is out here going around picking up U.S. citizens and tackling and harassing and unaliving U.S. citizens. But it's supposed to be for the criminals, the illegal immigrants, as you quoted, illegal immigrants, criminals, drugs, all this stuff. But so far, we ain't seen you do nothing in regards to the drug. Oh, wait a minute, I forgot. You let one of the biggest kingpins go back out there. I forgot, you pardoned him. He had 45 years in prison and was convicted. And you pardoned him and put him back out there to bring more drugs back over here in the United States. But it's supposed to be against drug war, the reason you're doing all these things, but yet you let out a known felon, drug lord, and let him be free. Then again, but Honduras, you let him go. He's bringing cocaine into the United States. You do know cocaine turns into crack. You could do both. You could do cocaine and you could do crack. Drug is a drug. Either one is killing people. If a person smoke a raw rock, which is crack, they can explode their heart. That's still unaliving these people. You still putting drugs in people's bodies. What is it that y'all don't fucking understand? I'm like, I'm just getting pissed. I'm getting angry because it's just this stupidity that's running around this country, making us look like the laughing stock of the world. And nobody has the backbones or the balls to stop this man. And then y'all want to sit back and say he's doing a good job. But I haven't seen anything change for you all, MAGA. Y'all want to sit back and say, we the dummies, we're stupid, we're this. So I wonder how many of you MAGAs is out there marching now that you realize that ICE is going buck wild. And they're only going buck wild from the head of DHS and the Agent Orange Man. You do know he's telling her what to do. You do know she's trying to please him. So you can watch this and get mad at me and call me every name but the child of God. I don't give a damn. I'm like the mayor of Minneapolis. I don't give a F. The F-bomb word. Because enough is enough. It's time, and take my word for it, it's time for y'all to get out here and protest. It's time now. This is the year to get it together and back your congressmen and them up for November and flip it back to blue and take your country back. Until you do that, you're going to continue having the problems you're having now. That's if we don't end up into a major war. Now, we end up in a major war, our votes ain't going to mean a damn thing. We're going to be sitting back going, oh my God, am I going to be kissing my ass goodbye? Is that what's going to happen? I'm going to bend over and I'm gone? Because you got a bunch of imbeciles in office as an administration. This man worrying about a ballroom. He worrying about he worrying about this. but it has nothing to do with the United States of America. Why you okay? Him going to take over Greenland. What have that got to do with the United States? You going to take over Cuba. What have that got to do with the United States? You going to attack Mexico. What have that got to do with the United States in the condition we in now? Going over there and messing with the Nigerians. What have that got to do with what's going on now? Going over there messing over here messing with the Somalians. What is that going to do to us? You do know some of these immigrants that are in the United States is bringing in a big chunk of revenue because the people work. And some of them are doing the jobs that we don't want to do. Let's face the fact. Some of you MAGAs ain't going to get out there and do what they're doing in no 90, 102, 110 degree weather. You ain't going to get out there and do what they do in no 32 and below weather. Let's be real. A lot of you ain't going to be in no restaurant cooking. A lot of you ain't going to be in no restaurant washing dishes. A lot of you not going to be in the parking lots cleaning up trash out of the parking lots. A lot of you not going to be in these groceries, because if you go do that, first of all, you can't take nothing from nobody if you don't give it to them. If I want a restaurant and I have the revenue to get the restaurant, I'm going to do what I got to do to get the restaurant. They can't take something from me if it's not there for them to take. Let me say that again. They can't take something from you if it's not there for them to take. So if you got the door open for them to take it, they have every right, just like I do, and anybody else, to walk up in there and take it. If you're too lazy, too trifling, don't want to do anything, and they walk up and get your job, don't sit back and whine and complain. You should have got off your dusty, rusty ass and worked your job. Did your job. They can't take nothing if you don't let it be offered to them. Or they're taking our jobs. How? Were you working it? Did you get fired for them to take the job? No. You weren't working it in the first place. So they can't take something that is not, if it's not available, they can't take it. If you're not qualified, but they are, but you got to understand, everybody like, oh, they got all this money. Yeah. They started off with all that money, but they had to work the rest of the time. Why you think they're working 2 or 3 jobs, and why you think it's a whole bunch of them in one house working a job? So they can keep the revenue coming in and pay where they lay their head at. They have more job opportunities over here than they do in their country. So they come over here because our lazy, trifling, dusty asses don't want to work. So they go out here and work the jobs we don't want to work. But we want to sit back and whine and complain and bitch, stay over here and they're taking our jobs. Were you working it? Well, no. You're not gonna do no dishes? No, I ain't gonna wash some dishes. That's what they're doing. You gonna cook in the kitchen at one of these fast food or restaurants? Shoot, I got a degree. I'm not gonna watch. Man, do you know I work good jobs, and I have worked at McDonald's, Burger Kings, Hardee's, factories. I have did office jobs where we go in at night and clean offices. I've done it all before I got into the federal government and got a regular job. And if something happened, look, when they were doing DEI and they were doing Doge, take my word for it. I've been in somebody, can I get a job, please? I don't care what it is, just so I can keep my roof over my head, food in my stomach, clothes on my back. I got bills to pay. But, of course, nobody don't want that. They don't want to do all of that. They just want to sit around and bitch, complain, and fuss about what nobody's doing for them. So, I so I just wanted I just wanted to come on for a moment because I wanted to show, what is going on with our citizens, how they're attacking our citizens. This is another video. Let me see if I can bring it up. Bear with me one moment. Of a U.S. citizen.
Louder, louder. Speak. We are coming to get you. 612-301. 32391. 32391. 612-32391. We got you. We're coming. We're coming. We're coming. We're coming. We're coming. Okay. Okay. We're coming. Relax. 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 Okay. Kayla, I gotta get home. Again.
They verified this video that he was actually a United States citizen. Because he had an accent, they arrested him and they heard him talk. They are going around to gas stations, restaurants, stores, listening to see if anybody has an accent, and they are snatching them up. And the problem I have is, don't get me wrong, if they here illegal, then hey, do what you have to do. If they came here illegal and did a crime, okay. If they're here illegal, but they're in the process of becoming a citizen, then let them go ahead through the process. If they can show you paperwork, but the thing is now they're not even giving them time to show paperwork. They're not showing them giving them time to show anything. They're just snatching anybody up off the street, just because they sound foreign. And I'm afraid for people that like they say FAFO. I understand that, but it's getting too far now that okay, you if they location, you think that okay. There's a lot of us African Americans that have family members that are mixed race. How many of our loved ones had to be snatched up before we start saying, oh, we care? Because there's other race, other nationalities, you don't care. But if it was one of your family members that are mixed, and then they get snatched up because they went to the store, they say, I'll be back, mom, I'll be back, auntie, I'll be back, cuz. And that thing they're calling you from wherever they got them at, because they kept questioning them to see if they're illegal. Some of them don't even get a chance to show ID. They just snatch them up, put them in, slam them to the ground, put handcuffs on them, and put them in the car and take them wherever. Look at that young man. They took him wherever, and they kept saying, we need to see your face. They scanned his face to do his fingerprints. None of that will work. They finally let the man go. He told him he had this ID in his pocket. They didn't even look at the ID. This is what gets me. They didn't even look at his ID. They just look at the on OTR, off the records. We showed a video of an African that was driving for Uber, and they kept telling him, show them his ID, because he had an accent. He said, "Oh, we going by accents now?" This is how bad it's getting. So if you have an accent, they're going to attack you. It just, I had to come and I had to vent. I had to get it out because I have seen so many videos today on the news. I'm trying to look at my local news, but I'm looking at all these protests. I'm looking at all these things that are done on YouTube to our United States citizens. And it just, and because I'm African American, I don't want to have no heart for them because they're not us. We know better than them when we do this. When we sit back and say we don't like them or they deserve what they get, isn't that what they say about us? Help me understand where this is okay. We sit back and say, what's going on now? She deserves it and these white folks deserve it. Isn't that what they were saying about us blacks, us African Americans, that we deserve what we got when we unalive? Or we get slammed to the ground or we get handcuffed? This is what we deserve, but we haven't done anything to deserve it. But because it's not done to us no more, we sit back and go, that's what y'all get. That's not right. That's not right. It just bothered me. What happened? And then what gets me is that the administration is always hollered the Constitution. Those two words, the Constitution. But they're doing the Constitution like the Christians do the Bible. You take a certain verse out of the Bible and say everybody's sinning. And this is what they're doing with the Constitution. They're taking a certain section of the Constitution, justifying them going out here unalive and they're doing the stuff they're doing. So the Christians are out here using the verses in the Bible to attack people. And the citizens, the administration taking sections and chapters out of the Constitution that they claim is the Bible and using that to weaponize the citizens of the United States. So what is going on to a point that nobody's on the same page? But then again, I forgot. Look at the administration we have. And I'm not saying that it's all Republicans. The Democrats can do more than what they're doing too. The Democrats in certain states can take care of their states better than they're doing. And I'm not giving them no, you're doing a great job. No, you fuck it up too. But this has been going on for a while now. This has been going on for a while. The Democrats don't like the Republicans. The Republicans don't like the Democrats. I feel like we're in the middle of high school kids. Remember when we was in high school, if you ain't on this side, you are nobody. If you ain't on this side, you're nobody. If you don't do what we do over here, then you can't join our group no more. You can't be over here. You can't join my group no more. Or they'll sit back and bully you because you over there with Susie Q and John. Or you a nerd because you ain't over here with the challenge people. The challenge people, the nerds are over there picking on the challenge people because they feel like they're too dumb. And then the dumb people picking on the smart people because they feel like they're too smart. And I'm like, that's like in high school. We're grown ups, grown as adults. And I feel like this United States and this administration, this MAGA stuff, it's like high school. MAGA, y'all acting like a bunch of high school brats. They haven't grew up yet. I can give a pass to a 17-year-old. I can give a pass to a 16-year-old. Give a pass to a 15-year-old because they developing and becoming adults. But y'all MFs are adults. Y'all are adults and acting like you still in high school. And that's on both sides. The MAGA, the Democrats, the Republicans, all y'all acting like a bunch of children. When are you going to grow the hell up? And I'm probably not going to get a lot of people like it when they go to view my channel, not going to like what I'm saying, but I don't give a F, like the mayor said in Minnesota. I don't give a F. Because this is getting ridiculous. And then you got a person that's in office having temper tantrums. I don't like what they said about me. They can't. I'm gonna take that channel down. If they don't, if the news people don't say what I want them to say, then sanction them. If this person don't say what I like, I'm gonna have a temper tantrum and sanction them. If this group don't do what we want them to do, sanction them. You are absolutely right. I said what I said. They are supposed to be compromising, not pitching us against each other. Right. They're making us, divide. Okay, this woman just dropped her child off. I went back and looked at the video. Did anybody know that she had a dog in the back seat? Anybody say anything about the dog? If you look at the video when they're coming with that guy getting out of the vehicle, he going up to the vehicle and the lady getting ready to get in the vehicle. There's a dog in the back seat. Nobody mentioned the dog. What happened? What the hell happened to the damn dog? He died too? What happened to the dog? I mean, I don't know if anybody saw that but me. But if you ever get a chance to look back at the video, there's a dog in the back seat. Hey, Menu with the opinion, thank you for joining. But yeah, there was a dog in the back seat. I just happened to look on they were showing the guy walking around the vehicle and going to the front. There was a dog in the back seat. Looked like one of them big dogs, gray looking dogs. I can't think of the name of those type of dogs. Like a Great Dane, but not quite a Great Dane, but looked like one. But it was a dog in the back seat, a big dog in the back seat. And with the impact of her hitting that car, I wonder how bad did the dog get hurt? But and don't get me wrong, I'm not making light of her losing her life. But I'm also concerned that there was an animal in there too. And you're right. How would we know when there was essentially no investigation, just a conclusion drawn? Right. It was conclusion. They sat back and said, oh, she's a domestic terrorist. She's this, she's that. They did this. First, they said that ICE agents was out there doing their duty. Then they came back and said the ICE agents were helping to get one of their vehicles out of the snow. Then they turned around and said that she was in a convoy following them around, a domestic terrorist convoy following them around to impede their duties. Third, they say she was a domestic terrorist by her little lonesome. Then they say she tried to run. No, let me get it correct. She ran over the officer, then hit the officer. She ran over the officer, so she made him a speed bump. And that the same man that walked away from the scene of the accident of the shooting and walked back and then told them, okay, now call 911. Went and got in his vehicle and left the scene of a crime. This is what bothers me. He left the scene. Everybody know that if there's a shooting incident that deal with law enforcement, you don't leave the scene of that until your whoever's in charge of you, captain, lieutenant, whoever's on call, come there and clear the crime scene. I don't care if she tried to hit him or you don't leave the crime scene. He left, they got in their vehicles and departed and went on about their business like job well done and went on about their business. I have an issue with that. Welcome, welcome, Oregon City Street. Hey, thank you for joining. I have an issue with that. When law enforcement, I don't care if it's federal, state, city, county, town, village, whatever, law enforcement, when there's a shooting involved, do not leave the crime scene till the person that's wounded is taken to, is removed. You have found it, and the chief of police, lieutenant, sergeant, captain, whoever that's in charge, cleared the scene. They walked away after he said, "Oh, call 911." He didn't wait for the 911. He said first. He said they said the doctor said, "Let me check her pulse." He said, "Oh, we got emergency. They already on their way." This is what he said. They're already on their way. Then he turned around and walked away. Oh, by the way, call 911. Contradicting right there. This is why I said there's no thorough investigation in all of this. There's no thorough investigation in all of this. And this is why everybody's in uproar. Because anybody, even us, that has been involved with law enforcement on either side of the table, know darn well you don't leave a scene of a crime. You don't leave the scene of a crime. This show, and wait a minute, this is the thing that gets me. You are an ICE agent since 2015. This man that did this is an ICE agent since 2015. So you've been an ICE agent for 10 years, so you know damn better. You know fucking better than to get out here and do the shit you just did and walk away from a scene of a crime. You know damn well you was in violation. And then they wonder why everybody out there protesting. Because you're doing dumb shit. You putting the spotlight on your dumb ass. You making yourselves bullseye. You putting a target on your back, dumbasses. Because you're gonna get somebody out here that's not right in their brain, and they're gonna make you a target. Now I saw a video, I was trying to find the video that they was taking all the stuff and putting his wife and him in protected custody. They're taking all his computers and the boxes and everything out of his house and putting him in protected custody to keep them from getting harmed. Which I can see that because there, like I just said, there's some cuckoo birds out here that might try to harm him and his wife or harm his wife. I don't know if he have any children or whatever, but I understand that. Don't get me wrong. I'm not making light of. He was wrong, but it's no need of taking away his wife's life or his family life. That's a different ball game. But it's getting to a point now that I just had to let this out because it's been pent up so long in me that I was trying to figure out how I can approach this. That's why I said how to be a human. We have to sit back and examine ourselves. Examine ourselves. Would you want that to happen to you? We fuss about, oh yeah, now they getting it now. Now they see how I feel. Did it feel good to us when they were saying the same shit to us? Oh, now now you see if you just go ahead and you wouldn't have that problem. Now it's happening to them. We doing the same thing. So it's like tit for tat. Tit for tat. Okay, it's done to the black people, African American. See, if y'all had went ahead and listened to what the officer said and not entangled, you wouldn't have that wouldn't have happened. You would still be that person would still be alive. That person would have got locked up. That person would have did. But then now here we are doing the same thing back to them, throwing it in their face what they said to us. And I'm like, how's that making it better? It didn't make it better for us. It ain't gonna make it better for them. So where do we go from there? Where do we go from here? Start acting like you got some humanity in you. I already see Agent Orange is sitting back. He's down in Mar-a-Lago golfing while we up here like people out here protesting. He's down there in Mar-a-Lago with his family like, I ain't got to worry about it. That's y'all problem. This is a man that showed you he don't even have humanity for you. Y'all in front of the White House, he ain't there. In Mar-a-Lago, golfing. If he ain't golfing, he's in the house with his wife. He ain't thinking about y'all. Time he heard that y'all getting ready to protest, what do? Get on the plane and head right on out of the city. Y'all all out in front of the White House and he gone. He don't see nothing. He don't hear nothing. Y'all just right. He ain't there. Now other people might be there. You know, some of his workers or whatever on his Secret Service might be in there. But he ain't there. Our Orange man, Agent Orange, ain't in there. He's in Mar-a-Lago. What happened is them people down in Florida need to go in front of Mar-a-Lago, in front of that house where he at, and talk to his butt, or go to the golf protest at his golf course where he's scheduled to be at. Y'all doing it in front of the White House. The White House people ain't doing it. They ain't the ones that making any decisions. They're not making out one decision that's there in the White House right now. And J.D. Vance, he over there wherever the vice president's place is. He might hear it, which ain't going to change nothing. Because he ain't got no real power. Because he can't supersede the president. He's just the vice president with a whole lot of lip. You got Dumbbell walking around with the hats, all these hats and costumes, running DHS and don't know what the heck she doing. All she worrying about her image and her wardrobe. That's why they're trying to impeach her ass. So this is all I had to say for tonight. I just had to vent. I just had to get it out. And I feel so much better because I just had to let everybody know this is BS. All that's going on is BS. And I had to get it out. Whatever happened to humanity? Where is humanity at? It's like all everybody worrying about is we have become a country. The United States has become so selfish, so divided that there is no right for wrong and no black and white. It's like whoever wanted, they can get it. And this is sad now. We come to a point there is no more humanity. We keep saying the young people is our future. If we keep going the way we're going, our young people ain't going to have no future because they're going to have nothing left to have for a future. And that's what bothers me. I have grandchildren, great grandchildren, that the way this country is going, I don't even know if they're going to have anything to fight for or go look forward to. Because if the war break out the way they say the war is back before World War II, I think it was World War II. They said it was so bad. That's the reason why they came up with the international laws that they came up, because the war before World War II was so bloody that they had to come up with that. That's why World War II came up, because they wanted to keep it in control. Now, it is none. And I agree with you. I said what I said. There is no humanity. humanity, humility, or morals anymore in this good old US of A, America. You are right. There is none. There is none. And that was sad. There is none. There is no more humanity. They got everybody divided and mad at each other and angry with each other and don't like each other and don't want this. And, if you black, okay, Somalian. Okay, come on, folks. I'm not saying everybody, but a big majority of us African Americans, our ancestors are from Africa. Now, they may not like us the way we like them, but that's still our people. Okay, some of the people came over on the boats, didn't make it to America. They end up going to where Haitian is. That's why we have Haitians. That's why we have those islands where some of the people are us. But we so bitter and selfish and nasty that we can't see what other people are going through too. Okay, yes. Oh, why we worry about them? They ain't worrying about us. That's the problem. When they were worried about us, look who we got in office and make sure that they don't worry about us no more. Look who we have in office right now to make sure that no other country give a damn about us. If he closed his eyes today, we the one that's sitting up here screwed. Unless JD Vance can take up the reign and get us back on track. And from what I'm hearing, he half the time don't know what the hell is going on either. From what I heard, he finding that shit out after the facts. After it done happened, he was like, wait a minute, what the hell? You done did it? Well, I am your vice president. Don't we supposed to collaborate? This is the shit that's going on. This is how dysfunctional this administration that the vice president don't even know what the hell going on with the president. And they supposed to collaborate for the good of the country. Then they supposed to collaborate with the Secretary of State, the Secretary of Defense. We see how discombobulated they are, because one get up there and say, well, this is what happened. Then another one get there, well, this is what happened, but nobody did an investigation. They just running their mouth. Well, we got to say something. Get up there and say something. Okay. Oh, yeah, she was a domestic terrorist. Well, when the people ask me, well, how do you, well, look, you can see it. Oh, you want to attack now because you dumbasses don't know what the fuck is going on and you don't have your facts. And then you want to keep your base in order, keep your base loving you so damn much that you get out here and say stupid stuff or trigger words that's going to make them go, oh, ho, oh, ho, oh, ho. I digress. I digress. How to make us human is that we have got to sit back, re-examine ourselves. Don't be so critical of the other nationalities. Sit down and talk to them. If they don't want to deal with you, then don't deal with them. I'm not saying all of them, but there are some of these different okay, just like us. There are some good us and there's some bad us. There's some good whites, there's some bad whites. There's some good Puerto Ricans, there's some bad There's good and bad in every race or nationality. There are good and there are bad. We can't keep putting everybody in the same category. We went through that through slavery, that they had all of us, all the slaves, until they decided to divide us by our complexion. If you're damn near white, you're in the house. If you're dark, you're in the field. That divided us to a point that we had each other hating each other. But before that, everybody was together. And now here we go again. We're divided again. And it's good. I'm just seeing that it's going to get worse instead of better. And all I'm saying is, let's start acting human. If anything, start acting human among yourselves. If you can't save everybody, everybody's not going to act human. But please start acting human and stop being simps and stop being whatever this on agent on wants you to be. He don't give a damn about you. You going and he's like fart. He burp in your face. He don't care about you. He don't care. And his administration don't either. They only care about their pockets and themselves. When this administration's over with, they're going to go on about their business. You are the one that's going to have to pick up the pieces. So in the meantime, start making some headway and become human and try to figure out how you're going to survive these last 3 years if you make it that long. I'm just saying. I mean, you don't have to listen to me. Sometimes, I've been told what I'm saying don't make any sense. I'm boring. You know, I'm starting to really start feeling like I'm stupid. So I don't know. This is how I feel. And I'm so hurt to see where our country is going. I have a loving heart and I care a lot. And sometimes I can go on and on. And sometimes I need to go on my channel and just stick to the points. But I'm passionate. I just think that it's time for us to pull ourselves together, work together. Those that we can work with, work together, make something happen, stick together. Don't let this Asian man divide us up because this is how we're going to survive this. If we don't start doing this, we're going to be so divided that a lot of people is going to be lost. Lives and their living situation. And I think because I have such a heart and I love so much that I take it at heart. And sometimes I hate that because I want to be nasty and mean and hateful and be able to say what I want to say and care less how people feel. But that's not who I am. And it's hard because when I do that, I don't like who I become. So I like to just be who I am. And I'm just saying like this. People, start opening your eyes and look at what's going on around you. When it's time to vote, vote. If it's dealing with your community, vote. If it's dealing with your city, vote. Look, do as my brother would say on his live when we on OTR and he plays that clip. Do your fucking research. Stop going by what somebody tell you and do your research. Google. Go to Google College. Go to YouTube University. Research. Find out what you need to know. Stop going by what people are telling you. Everybody that's telling you something don't mean they're telling you for the right reasons. Do your fucking research. I go to Google College and I go to YouTube University. And I sit back and I document and I sit back and research and see what's really going on and read in between the lines. Just because they say it, there's something more in it than you're not seeing. And that's how they have those trigger words. Because they know certain words is going to trigger people to react a certain way. And they're going to be so into that they're not going to see the clear picture of what's really going on in front of them. And they had to take this lady's life by ICE before everybody starts saying, wait a minute, hold up. We need to bring ICE back in. But we've been telling you that since they've been out there. So it took this lady to lose her life for y'all to start waking up and smelling. So it takes somebody to lose their life for y'all start getting a little smart. And these children have to sit back and don't have a mama or daddy now. For y'all idiots, MAGA, to finally realize that these people don't know what the fuck they're doing. I digress. I'm going back down. And it upsets me that I sit back and watch all the background checks of these ignorant people was was speeded through. And I had to go through 8 fucking months of studying and passing tests and dealing with shit before I could even get my clearance. And these people go in a month, they got a clearance. A month. They got a high level clearance in a month. I digress again. ICE again, people. These ICE agents are not here for the right reason. ICE was formed, again, I repeat, the ICE agency was formed after 9/11 for them to deal with trafficking and terrorist cells within the United States and the borders. They're not here to, now you're using them to weaponize the United States citizens and those that are trying to be citizens. This is not what they were here for, and this is not what that department was developed for. This is not what ICE was developed for. Please, people, do your research. Research what the duties of ICE is. Research what they're not here for that. This is not what ICE was formed for. The Department of ICE was not formed for them to do this in the United States. And it just bothers me how this is going. And, ah, that's, I'm not going to continue to beat y'all in the head with what's going on. You already see it. We all know. We see it on the news. We see it. Google ICE's mission statement, please, people. Google or AI, a GPT, Chat GPT, and look up what ICE mission statement is. That would give you a clear understanding what their mission is. And the mission statement is going to contradict what they're doing now. Guaranteed. And yes, I said what you said. You are absolutely right. They're using the money. They have I'm trying to find a video where one of the senators questioned Kristi Noem in regards to where all the money was that Congress gave them for this to do the border and to go out here and to retrieve the illegal or the criminals. And they're now asking where all this money is. And so she's right now she's nervous because she don't know how to answer all these questions because now Congress is questioning her. And she, after her, it's going to be the Department of Defense. He going to be next. I'm telling you, they're going to go through here piece by piece, and they're going to harass them to a point that they're going to start, because now the Senate, the Republicans and the Democrats are coming together, because they're like, okay, enough is enough. Now they're out here running amok. They're out here destroying the country. They're out here just doing willy-nilly. And it bothers them because now it could be one of their family members the way they're acting. They don't know if we're going to be one of their family members. The way they're going out here doing people. And we do have the right to protest. We do have the First Amendment rights. And yeah, you can't go but so far. I didn't say go out here and, get all up in the ICE agent's face and cuss them out. I mean, there's a certain degree. But that don't mean for them to run up on you and put their face all in your. I'm trying to find there was one video. If I find it, I'm gonna see if we can put it on OTR, where the man walks up to a lady that's on at the high school. I was trying to find that video before I came on. Where the ICE agent just walks up and put the gun in the lady's face. She's on the sidewalk in front of the school, and he just walked up and put the gun in her face. Then he put it back on his hip to intimidate them. This is what's going on with these ICE agents. They got a gun, so I can just pull it out on you at any given time to intimidate you and scare you and let you know I can pull the trigger. And one ICE agent used what happened in Minnesota and said, "Oh, y'all haven't heard? Y'all haven't heard what we're capable of doing?" I was trying to find that video because it was on one of the content creators that be on YouTube, and they was using it as a clip. I was trying to find it so I wouldn't, find that where they got that clip from, where they show where one of the ICE agents walked up and said, "You don't know, you don't, you don't understand." And she said, "What do I don't understand? You already saw what we did before. You don't understand what we are capable of doing." This is what he said. You understand what we're capable of doing. So you're bragging about it, that you're capable of unaliving people and could care less. So if you don't back up and go by your business, you're gonna be unalive. So I'm gonna end my show. I think I've said enough, and bother people enough today. It's just that I'm just tired of the BS. I'm tired of people dissecting it to justify that this stuff is going on and it's okay. I'm tired of our people, not only us, our people of the United States turning on one another. We done got so lighthearted and so evil among ourselves that we don't know how to be human anymore. What happened to having a heart? What happened to having common sense? Let's start using our common sense. Let's start looking at putting ourselves in somebody else's shoes for a change. Don't get me wrong. I'm not saying don't think about yourself. Do think about yourself, but also think about somebody else too. Because that same person that you sitting back saying you don't like might be that person that saved your life. That person might be the one to give you a blood transfusion. That person might be the same person to give you a heart when your heart go out and you need one. Or they might give you a kidney. Or they might be a donor. That same person you don't like might be the donor that saved you or your children's life. So stop being so cold-hearted and start examining yourself and be humane and have some fucking morals. I digress. I'm going to end my show by saying this. Love one another. Be kind to one another. Be thoughtful of one another. Don't become what the other people are becoming to a point that you got so much hatred in your heart that you don't have no room for kindness or love. I'm trying to keep that from being in my heart. Sometimes I get upset because I want to be, let feelings roll off my shoulders. But this is not what God created me to be. And sometimes I don't like myself being that way, but I can't help it. This is who I am. And of faith, this is who I am. I'm a kind-hearted person. I have a kind heart, and I have a sweet personality. Now, don't get me wrong. If you push me to a point and you be nasty with me, but so many times now, I can come back and I can be a little nasty too. I didn't say walk over me. I didn't say talk to me any kind of way because I can eventually come back at your ass. But I'm just saying, I like who I am. I like the love I have in my heart. I like the way I think. I like the way I feel. I like the way I see things. I like the way I see things different from everybody else. Because I don't like being everybody. I like being me. And I'm starting to see who I am. And so that's how I'm going to end my show tonight. And I probably won't get a whole lot of likes and the views and all that. I don't care. I'm to the point now, I don't give a damn. Because this has got to a point that the people is so nasty and vicious on in the world and on YouTube that it's no humanity anymore. And if you have a friend or you have a true friend, love them. Love them. Because you never know what you say that day might be something that will give them a oomph or a push. Like I said at the beginning of my 2026 live, be kind to at least one person a day. See how that works for you. Because right now, the way the world is going, there's no more kindness. There is no more love. There's no more understanding. There is no more humanity. Well, I'm not going to say there's no more. There are some, but it's few in numbers at this time. And it's time for us to take our United States back. It's time to take our lives back. And don't let this administration destroy our lives. And if you can get on and also I want you to, if before I get off here, reach out to go over to I Said What I Said channel. Go over there, subscribe, like, share. Go to Candace Kane Lane. Go over there to her channel, like, share. Go to OTR Off the Record. Go over there, like, share, subscribe. Go to Minion with Opinion or Minion to God. His channel, subscribe, like, share. Again, go to OTR. Because we do talk about politics and we try to keep in depth with politics. So please come over to that channel with Minion with Opinion. I said what I said, and yours truly, Foxy2, Roxy3. And help us to continue to lift our channel up and continue to do what we do. We give it to you raw and uncut in regards to what's going on out here with politics. And is there anybody else in here that I missed? If there anybody else, the content creators that I may have missed on here, go over to, if you're in the chat and you're doing a replay, go into the chat and like, share, and subscribe to their channels also. But mainly go over to I Said What I Said, Menu with Opinion, and OTR, Off the Record. Like, share, and subscribe to all three of those channels. Let's build them up. Let's continue to support one another. Let's not be so divided on this YouTube, and let's come together. And I'm gonna call. SBK. I forgot about him. Yes, SBK. It's what is his up here? It's called SBK Media Tech TX Texas. If you go back into the chat on the replay, I think it's kind of like at the top of, you might see it. It's SBK Media TX Tech for Texas. Go to that channel and like, share, and subscribe also. I said what I said. You want me to go ahead and advertise for Wait Until It's Sale, or you want me to wait on that too? That's another channel that they're trying to get together, and it's supposed to be empowerment for women. That's a positive thing, to empower our women. And she also okay. If you until they get back, they're taking a sabbatical until they finish with their sabbatical. Go over to I Said What I Said. Like I said, subscribe to her channel. She's sending out some inspirational posts from her channel every day, and they are very inspirational every day. So go over to her, subscribe to her channel, and enjoy those. Enjoy her inspirational posts. They are very inspirational. I look forward to them every day. And but do wait until excel. Stand by. They're in a sabbatical at this moment, but once I find out when they will start airing, I will let you know. So be on standby for that notice. And again, I think tomorrow OTR we're going to do a show, but be on standby. Look for the notice for OTR, Off the Record, with Minion with the Opinion. I Said What I Said, and yours truly, Foxy 2, Roxy 3. So stay tuned. We're going to have some more juicy politics to talk about. I just had to bit mine out tonight. So thank you for tuning in. Those that go into replay, please subscribe, like, share. And thank you all for supporting me. I'm going to come on more often, but tonight I just had to get this off my chest. So thank you again. Love you all. And I'm going to say good night.
Lights on, mic check, time to break it down. Real talk, real life, she about to air it out. Spotlight, insight, the truth she'll expose. Tune in, sit back, this tea hot, never cold. We here in the Foxy Angel Zone. She keeps it real, this the you can't stop me zone. She loves to collaborate, but she can do this on her own. Now let's celebrate and welcome Foxy to the show. Lights on, mic check, time to break it down. Real talk, real life, she about to air it out. Spotlight inside the truth.